There's always a conflict brewing somewhere in the world. Borders are tense. Superpowers test one another. And in these volatile moments, one word keeps echoing: nuclear. But what does that even mean? It means unlocking the atom, splitting it, unleashing a chain reaction and releasing energy so massive it can light up entire cities or erase them from existence. This isn't just energy, it's dominance. And the story of how each country got it is as explosive as the weapon itself. It all began in 1938. German scientists discovered nuclear fission, the secret to unimaginable power. Einstein got wind and warned the US government. The result? The Manhattan Project, a top-secret mission led by the US with help from Britain and Canada. Billions were invested to beat Nazi Germany to the bomb, and in July 1945, they succeeded. The Trinity test in New Mexico lit up the desert sky with a mushroom cloud. A new era was born. Then came Hiroshima, then Nagasaki. 2 bombs, hundreds of thousands of lives lost. The war ended. But a darker chapter, the nuclear arms race, had just begun. Even before Hiroshima, the Soviet Union had started its nuclear program. They planted spies inside the Manhattan Project, stealing blueprints, data, and secrets. But Stalin didn't trust stolen info alone. They verified everything, built their own version. In 1949, boom, the Soviets detonated their first atomic bomb. The US monopoly was shattered. The Cold War had officially begun, an arms race powered by paranoia. The UK helped build the first bomb. They shared intelligence, scientists, research. But after World War II, the US cut them off. So Britain went solo. In 1952, they tested their first nuclear weapon off the coast of Australia. By 1957, they had a hydrogen bomb, betrayed, but back at the table. After World War II and the Suez Crisis, France realized one thing. To be truly independent, they needed the bomb. They built it without US or UK help, uranium from African colonies. Tests in Algeria. 1960. France detonated its first atomic bomb. 1968. A hydrogen bomb followed. France wasn't just powerful, it was nuclear, proud, and loud. China started with Soviet help. But after Mao and Khrushchev's fallout, they were on their own. Still, they moved fast. 1964, first atomic bomb. 1967, hydrogen bomb, just 3 years later. The fastest progression in nuclear history. A new power had arrived. Officially, Israel has no nukes. Unofficially, everyone knows they do. In the 1950s, with covert help from France, Israel built a secret facility in the Negev desert. By the late 60s, they had it. In 1986, a whistleblower leaked photos and documents. Still, Israel maintains strategic ambiguity. They don't confirm, they don't deny. But the world knows. India started with peaceful nuclear goals, but border conflicts with China, and later Pakistan, changed everything. 1974. India tested its first bomb, Smiling Buddha. They called it peaceful. The world didn't believe them. Sanctions followed, but India pushed forward. By the late 90s, it was fully nuclear armed. With a strict no first-use policy, isolated, surrounded, under threat, South Africa secretly built 6 nuclear bombs during apartheid. But something surprising happened. In the early 90s, as apartheid crumbled, South Africa voluntarily dismantled its arsenal. To this day, it remains the only country to build nuclear weapons. And then give them all up. India tested. Pakistan answered. With help from China and black market networks in Europe, Pakistan built its own program. 1998. Pakistan conducted its first nuclear tests. Unlike India, Pakistan does not follow a no first-use policy. If threatened, they say they'll strike first. It's a clear message, and a dangerous one. North Korea began with Soviet help for nuclear energy. Then it turned secretive, defiant. 2006, first nuclear test. Small, but real. By 2017, a hydrogen bomb. Now the world had to pay attention. Isolated, unpredictable, armed. 10 countries, 10 nuclear powers. Each had its reason. Fear, pride, revenge, security, independence, power. But every time a new nation crossed the nuclear threshold, the world changed. And they're not the only ones. Countries like Iran, Japan, Saudi Arabia, and South Korea could join the list if they wanted to. But becoming a nuclear power isn't easy. It requires cutting-edge technology. And every test, every signal can be detected, from satellites, radars, and global surveillance. And those who already hold nuclear weapons? They don't want new players at the table. They'll do whatever it takes to stop others from joining the club. Because nukes aren't just weapons, they're bargaining chips. A seat at the global high table. But they also carry a truth we can't ignore. These weapons don't just defend, they escalate. One misstep, one retaliation, one leader's ego could ignite a war no one can win. The bomb that ended a world war might one day be the reason another one begins.